Good morning friends, this is Professor Nilesh Kade, and today we are going to learn about the conversion of private company into public company and public company into private company, and one more conversion, private company into OPC. So the private company on its own interest can convert itself into public company by the following means. So following are the four ways through which private company can be converted into public company. Number one, by passing a special resolution to delete the restriction on number of members in regards to transfer and issue of shares to the public. So in the private company, we have learned that private company cannot transfer its shares, but to become a public company, you have to give this right to the shareholders to transfer their shares, and therefore you have to alter the articles of association. And to alter the articles of association, you have to pass a special resolution, right? And while giving this right to the articles of association, you have to delete the restriction on the number of members to 200. You have to put it to unlimited. This is the first thing. Second thing, filing a copy of altered articles with the registrar. Because you have altered your articles of association, you have to file it with the registrar of companies again, so that he will also know that your company is converting itself into public company. Filing a copy of prospectus or statement in lieu of prospectus, both are same. So be that prospectus or statement in lieu of prospectus, both are one and the same. There is a little difference, we will see it later. Understand that as a prospectus, which has the information of the public, which has the information of company, nature of company, where it is situated, who are its promoters, who are its founders, and number of nature of the business and number of members, etc. There are many other details which are given in the prospectus. So you have to file a copy of prospectus with the registrar also, and then increase the number of numbers to 7 and number of directors to 3. See, you have to increase the number of members to 7. This is done in the articles again, right? So in private company, maximum number of minimum number of member was 2, right? But here in the public company, minimum number of member is 7, and the number of director is 3 here in the public company. Earlier it was 2 in the private company, and removing the word private from its name. So XYZ Private Limited Company, if the name was sounding like that, now you have to delete the word called PVT. For this you have to alter the memorandum of association, alter the name clause. You have to alter the name clause to change its name. So now your company will be called as XYZ Limited only, XYZ Limited, or you can say XYZ Company Limited. This is also fine, but XYZ Private Limited Company means it is a private company. So this is from the perspective of altering the documents and filing the registrar, filing the articles with the registrar. This is the conversion of private company into public company. And now public company into private company. Several times what happens is that when the number of shareholders are so much scattered that the control is lost, and therefore the company can buy back its shares and can delete the number of members. If the company wants to go for a private company, then it has to follow these many points. Number one, arranging extraordinary general meeting. So there can be a general meeting every year. A public company, be a public company or a private company, it has to make a general meeting. But extraordinary general meeting is required for the conversion of public company into private company, because every shareholder wants to know if your company is becoming a private company. Passing the special resolution to alter the articles and memorandum, as it was required in the private company, here it is also required in the public company to convert itself into private company. You have to alter the articles and memorandum. Filing the altered copy of articles and resolution copy with the ROC. ROC is Registrar of Companies. You have to file the altered copies with the registrar, so that he knows that your company is becoming a private company and shareholders are losing the rights to transfer of its shares. applying for permission from central government and conversion will come into force. You have to take the permission from the central government because you were a public company. Public company means which is open for all. Now you want to become a private company which is not open for all, and therefore you want to enjoy so many privileges given by the Companies Act. And to get to enjoy these privileges, this the certain powers, certain rights, you have to take the permission from the central government. So within 30 days of approval, an approved copy should be filed with ROC. Whose approval you are taking? You are taking approval of central government. So that approval copy should be filed with the ROC, reducing the number of members to 200 and adding the word private to its name. So maximum number of members will be 200, and you have to use the word called private limited company. Earlier if you were called as XYZ company limited, now you should be called as XYZ private limited, right? So word private is important in the name. If any application is pending before NCLT as on 2nd November 2018, date of commencement of Companies Ordinance Amendment Act 2018, the same shall be approved by the central government. So according to this amendment which was made in 2018 to the Companies Act 2013, if any application is pending before NCLT as on 2nd November, then it will be automatically approved by the central government, right? So we need not worry about the approval. This is very rarely asked, and this is the provision, that is why it is added in this clause, right? So the conversion of public into private is this much, exactly reverse of private into public. Now conversion of private limited company to OPC. OPC is one person company. There is only one person as a member. There can be more than one director, but there can be only one person as a member. There cannot be any second person. So private company other than section 8 company can convert itself into OPC. This is important, other than section 8 company. So section 8 company cannot be an OPC, right? How can it be OPC? There are three things: passing a special resolution in AGM annual general meeting, file a copy to ROC within 30 days from passing of such resolution in AGM, and getting NOC from all its members and creditors in writing. So getting NOC is very important, because without knowing, without telling to its members and creditors, you cannot convert yourself into an OPC. So your members and creditors must know that your private company is becoming an OPC. Documents must be filed. These are the documents which are filed, which must be filed. Directors declare through an affidavit to convert. So directors have to declare, and that affidavit must have to be filed. Detailed list of members and creditors must have to be filed. Why detailed number of creditors are required? Because you have to pay all that money to the creditors. If you have the large list of creditors, then it becomes difficult for the creditors to get their money if you become an OPC, because OPC enjoy extra rights than a private company. Latest audited company final accounts you should file. What is it? You have to file the audited company final accounts and NOC copy from all secured creditors and members. NOC is necessary. NOC is no objection certificate copy from all secured creditors and members is required. That you are telling to its creditors, you are telling to the members that you are becoming an OPC, right? Once if all these things are done, on being satisfied, ROC, that is Registrar of Companies, shall grant a new certificate of incorporation. So earlier certificate of incorporation will stand void, right? So the new certificate of incorporation will be given, and the word private from the name will be removed and the word OPC shall be added, right? And therefore you have to also amend your memorandum, right? So this is all about conversion of private company limited to OPC. That's all about the conversion of private into public, public into private, and private into OPC. So in the next video we will learn something more about private company and public limited companies. See you in next video.